Hey Colts, this is Shyla Colt again with another vlog. This is one of my favorites. It is the June Skoshbox. For those of you who don't know, Skoshbox is a monthly subscription that will send you all kinds of snacks and sweets and goodies from Japan. We have some familiar faces here, and then we have some of the not so familiar. So what I'm going to do right now is just zoom in and go over each item with you before I taste them. We're going to start with the most familiar face. Mario is still very cool. Super Mario gum card and candy. So you open this package up, you get a whole bunch of really neat cards. There were so many cards that I couldn't even actually put them all on the table. So that was pretty neat. And then you get your actual gum. I'm really curious to see what this tastes like. I'm betting it tastes something like fruit stripe gum. Then we're going to move over to our super energy candy, which is actually energy drink candy. That's going to be really interesting. From the looks of it, it's kind of orangish. I wonder if it'll taste like Red Bull. And also, I tried to keep the packaging because that's something really unique to them, and it's really, really nice. Next, we're going to move over to the Honey Nut Pret Sticks, which is described as sweet and nutty biscuit sticks. Check those out in there. Can you see them? Pretty neat. Then from there, we're going to move over to the Rubella cigars. Here you go. They're kind of like rolled up wafers is really what they look like. And it's described as a buttery cigar style cookie. Let's hope this cigar style just means because it's round. Otherwise, I'm not so sure about that taste. Then we have the Anpan Soft Senbei, which is sweet shoyu rice crackers. Then we're going to move over to the Home Pie Cookie Layers. There's actually 2 of them in the package. That's the packaging, and then check this out. Cookie goodness all day long. And then from there, we're gonna move over to the Cheese Omebo Stick, which is a cheese flavored puffed corn stick. All I see is a giant cheesy poof. I don't know about you, but that's what my money's on the taste being like. And then last but not least, we have the Sylvain Mini Cake Slice, which says it has red cocoa and white vanilla, and then it's covered in chocolate. So that's going to be a yummy treat. So now that you've gotten a close-up look at everything in the packaging, we're going to zoom back out, and I'm actually going to do the tasting. And we're back for the tasting portion. I'm going to save the gum and their energy drink candy for last, because I'm probably going to be with those for a while. But let's start off with something should be pretty safe. The Honey Nut Pret Sticks. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay, this is going to sound totally cheesy because it's like a pretzel with no salt dipped in honey. It's really, really good. It's really, really addictive. It would curb your sweet tooth without being something you would feel guilty about, or that would be too sweet. Very yummy. Then we're going to move over to the buttery cigar style cookie, which was the Rubella cigars. I'm going to take one of these small pieces. This definitely tastes exactly like shortbread. You remember that blue tin? I think they're actually Danish cookies that every mom or grandparent would have. You would open it up and have all the different shapes, and some of them had sugar on them. That is exactly what this tastes like. This is really yummy. I could eat this all day long. And next we're going to go over the Anpan Soft Senbei, which were the sweet shoyu rice crackers. And you can't really see it, but these actually do have like a sugary glaze on them. So let's check this one out. I was wrong, guys. It wasn't sugar. It was salt. It was salt. This has a nutty roasted flavor to it. It's not bad, but since I was expecting something like a sugar cookie, it definitely took me by surprise. Almost, I bet this is like their answer to a goldfish. That's what I would think. Now we're going to move on to the Homemade Pie Cookie Layers, which was described again as a layered flaky pie and cookie cluster. It's almost too pretty to eat, but I'm going to do it. it's got a very subtle taste. I almost think that this has to be dark chocolate because I can't really, or semi-sweet chocolate, because it's got a very mild chocolatey taste to it. You could definitely eat 1 or 2 of them without feeling like you've got too much sweetness going on. Oh yeah, now we're moving on to the giant cheesy poof, which is a cheese umaibo stick, a cheese flavored puffed corn stick. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it would be. It's definitely a giant cheesy poof. There's a hint of a different flavor. It's got more of a brightness to it. I don't want to say spicy, but kind of like the tang you get from hot sauce. That's what to me makes it unique from any of the Cheetos or cheesy poofs that I've ever tasted. So that's actually quite interesting. And now we're going to move over to the Sylvian mini cake slice, which again had red cocoa and white vanilla. Yum. Isn't this cute? I mean, this is adorable. It's literally like a little cake slice. This is my second Skoshbox that I've ever gotten. And I think that I love how playful and colorful the packaging is, and then how interesting it is once you open it up. In this box, I didn't get any of the multi-layered snacks, but they do have a lot of snacks where you have to put them together, and it's fun. And I think food should be fun. Can you guys see into that? The middle is actually cake-like, which I wasn't expecting. So again, that cake has a very light flavoring to it, and it's not over sweet, which is something I'm noticing about even their sweet things. They're not overly sweet, sort of the way you could go to a bakery and take a bite of something and it's very decadent. It's all very mildly sweet. Something you can definitely eat, not feel guilty about, and get your little sweet tooth satisfied. Okay, so now we're going to try the energy flavor candy. They call it super energy candy, and for the life of me, all I can think of is leveling up. I think because I saw Mario, like, I feel like I'm gonna eat this and all of a sudden I'm gonna have the energy like the star, and you're gonna start hearing do 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 do. You know the song. Mmm. This tastes like a tearjerker. Do you guys remember the little crybaby candies that you would eat and it would be so sour it would make your mouth pucker? That is exactly what's going on here. It tastes like a crybaby, or maybe even a warhead mixed with Red Bull, which is exactly what I thought it would taste like. It's definitely what it tastes like. I'm curious to know if after I eat this I'll be really hyper. But you guys won't know. I'll have to tell you on the next video because you can't wait around for this to get in my system. But definitely very sour, which I wasn't expecting, which is kind of nice. I like sour candy, so for me it works. Then we're going to move on to the gum. I'll just take a very tiny bit of it. Okay guys, I have to say I was right. It definitely reminds me of fruit stripe gum, which makes me wonder if it would lose its flavor, because everybody liked the fruit stripe gum with the zebra, but inevitably after the first minute it lost its flavor. So I'm curious to know if this would do the same. All in all, very fun box. I mean, this batch right here is just $12 a month. There are different tiers so you can get different quantities and amounts of candy. I would highly suggest it. It's really fun. It's a learning a little bit about another culture. And why not? I mean, who doesn't want to get something in the mail once a month? I stalk my mailman down over this stuff. I get so happy about it. He's so funny now. He expects us to get boxes. He places them underneath the mat if he thinks we're not home to hide them. So once again, really great box. Very different from the box I had last month, which is great because I'm definitely tasting a variety of things. I want to thank you again for joining me. If you are interested in it, I will have the links to the Skoshbox down below in the blurb. Again, if there's something you want to see, feel free. I was talking with my assistant and we actually would really like to do an Ask an Author section, but to make that happen, I need you out there to send me in some questions. I'll have my contact information also in the blurb, so think up something you would like to ask an author, or me personally. I'm an open book. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye now.